Oh my
Or,
gosh, you're right.
Or
Is it
the
Anna?
aunt.
Anna.
Anna's the dark hair. Elsa's the.
Yeah, but we would pronounce it Anna, so it's Anna.
No, it's
Anna.
Anna
No,
because
it's
it takes.
Anna.
It's like it's supposed to be Finnish.
Yeah, but in America, it's Anna.
Yeah, of course it was finished. They put it in theaters.
Oh my
They don't put out a movie that's not.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit Podcast. It's your favorite host with the most, Sam the Bomb, and of course with me every week is Nick.
Hello!
Danny with the Fanny.
Hey, I'm back.
And we're very happy to be back in our full swing with a special guest this week. Returning from our Akira episode, my best buddy, good buddy, JP, aka Sweet JP.
Hi.
Now say something spooky.
Hold on a sec. Watch out.
I like how before this we were like, oh yeah, with your intro, use that voice thing you have, and then all he just does is goes, hi.
I changed what was the effect too. So. Oh snap! I actually had a good one. Hold on. Can you introduce me again?
Okay, and with us
Yeah, let's
this
start
week is Sweet
do
JP.
the Willy Wonka thing where he's in the tunnel.
No. I'm just gonna intro him again. Just got here we go.
Okay, ready.
And
3,
with
2,
us
1.
from-
I'm ready.
Back from the Akira episode, Sweet JP. That's your cue, man.
Thank you. Hello.
Well, not.
What?
I hope that came through. It
Oh,
was a clapping
you
sound
got
effect.
trolled, Sam.
I'm gonna leave all. That's just a hilarious start to our comeback. I'm just gonna leave it.
There
That's
you
so
go.
fucking
Put the
funny.
Willy Wonka thing in there. Say
What is
that.
this? Oh.
There's no earthly way of knowing which direction.
No,
Pretend
yeah.
you're Gene Wilder,
Just pretend you're Gene Wilder, dude.
but do the wavy voice.
All right, hold on one sec. I'll do it. Hold on.
Okay.
God.
Anyway,
All right, I'll do it after.
yeah, dude.
Just remind me.
Don't listen to Nick about anything. Okay, here we go. Dude, no, seriously, JP, thank you for coming on again. From
Yeah, no problem. That was
from our
fun.
Akira episode. Which
Sorry I'm late.
yeah, no,
Again.
fuck you. But I mean,
How
it's
dare
fine.
you?
No, JP's my bestest good buddy from back in the day, and he's probably the biggest Lupin III fan I know, and that's why he's here to talk with us about Lupin III The First, the 3D CG animated film that came out in 2019, starring your favorite gentleman thief, Arsène Lupin III, based on the manga by Monkey Punch. And do JP tell us how deep the Lupin shit with you goes? How fucking you own? Don't you own all the manga or most of it?
Sorry. I mean, I have a first run. I bought it on a first
Tokyo
run. That
Pop
makes
one?
it sounds way cool. No, I have the first 10 Viz.
Oh, the
manga.
Viz.
Yeah,
God damn, dude.
I mean, I don't even know if they're rare or anything, but they're cool. And then I have a bunch of movies. I mean, I guess you have to have online movies, you have to have them on the computer. But there was a number that I think Funimation released in mid 2000s that were films and TV specials.
It was part 2 and some movies.
Yeah. So it's 2 box sets of 5 movies each, and they were $20. But I mean, now I think they're probably, $50 or something. On
There
eBay.
was the Gold Babylon and the Farewell to Nostradamus or whatever. And
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
should have pulled them out to look at them, but off the top of my head, and if I can do all 10, I'll feel really impressive. Okay, so there's Dead or Alive, Missed by a Dollar, A Secret of Harimao's Treasure,
I ain't even heard of some of them.
Nostradamus, Farewell to Nostradamus.
Is this Lupin comics?
Oh, these
No,
are
these
all
are-
like little TV movies.
These are TV specials and movies, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can remember really. Oh, the Columbus Files.
I ain't even seen. Oh, some of those. I think some of those are like OVAs
Yeah, that
that
might
were
be
like
it too. They're
that were
not like
aired on
film
TV as like
quality.
special. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
not like Cagliostro level or even this level where it's like well produced or anything.
Right.
I mean, they're goodly produced, but
Did you ever watch the Conan crossover one?
oh yeah. I saw those online.
Okay, I never watched it, but I heard it
Oh,
was
they're
pretty
good.
cool.
They're kind of like the same in the end. Like Lupin and Conan, any like TV show or movie about it is like all hitting the same stuff. It's like you got the thief trying to steal the
Yep.
treasure, or the detective trying to solve it, but it's all sort of like corny in a way and not as campy is the word and simple to figure out, but they work well together. So,
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm glad you're here, and we're
oh
gonna
wow,
review
thanks.
this. Yeah,
First
dude.
I've ever said that actually, so that means a lot.
All right, shut up. You shut up. You know, you shut up. Fucking, dude, let's do it. Let's jump in the review, but first, I'm gonna take a small break right here. I'm gonna feed Smokey. Boom, check that out. Okay, links.animesummit.net. You can find all the links right there, where to listen, where to follow. Also, join the Discord because, number one, me, Danny, and Nick are in there, and also JP's in there now, so you can talk to JP. You can talk to us.
No one will, but
Dude, their manga book club is pretty huge, though. You should come to manga book club. They meet every Sunday. Danny, what are they reading this weekend? Like you
This
guys.
weekend
Berserk.
is Berserk.
Oh, okay, more Berserk.
We're
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're trying to. That's the long form. We
That's
have
the
short
long-term
manga
one.
and long manga. Yeah,
Yeah,
long-term
the
We
Berserk's
just
a long one.
and this past Sunday we just read the first 3 volumes of Pluto, which is phenomenal.
yeah.
I think we're gonna nominate that one for a long running manga in November.
Well, we only need
'cause
one more installment.
We just we just finished nominating and voting for Spooky Month.
Yeah.
So we have all that for October. So
Okay. So when Ed makes that list, I'll be sure to tell you guys what's coming out for that, so you guys can join Discord and join the manga book club. And also, you'll notice that earlier this week, an EX episode came out, which is our AOQ episodes, but we're now calling them EX because AOQ sounds stupid.
what does
But-
AOQ mean? Sorry.
See, I have no idea exactly. That's why
No,
it's dumb.
It was anime. No, because it was.
No, I know what it means.
was Eureka 7, and then you add a Q for quarantine.
Yeah, the AO comes from the second season of Eureka 7, which is called Eureka 7 AO, which is really bad.
Do you want to hear
So-
something funny?
What?
When I guess you first told me about this podcast, I was like, oh, I'll check out the episodes. And I was looking through like the little feed or whatever, and some of them were labeled like AO, you know? And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, adults only. I don't want like a nasty porno review podcast. But then,
Nasty
like a year later, Tom
Yeah.
told me, yeah, like another ocean or whatever.
We just have
Yeah.
like we're just like punching couches and like hitting jars of mayonnaise and stuff. That's
Yeah.
that's the AO episodes.
But no, fucking, and then we added the Q for quarantine, and we're not. No one's quarantining
For
anymore.
QAnon.
Even
For
though
Q-
maybe
no,
we all
God,
should.
God, no. But yeah, oh yeah, that's another reason. Like people would associate it with like those idiots. So,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
but so we just changed it to something similar. EX. Anyways, it
EX is
It's called
continues.
Anime Summit. Fuck.
Okay, anyway, so continuing from the AO episodes, that starts with episode 15, so that's why it's called EX15.
What if
But
we
we
called
had-
it Anime Summit Triangle?
Shut up. We had
Just have
Min.
the triangle symbol.
Nope, shut up. We had Min come on from Sugoi Media. If you remember Sugoi Media and Min, it's a really sweet company where you can download anime clips for fair use and things like that. I highly suggest you listen to that episode. I don't want to tell you what it is, what we're talking about in there. Just go listen to it, and then you should just go to sugoi-media.com and check out what's on the front page. That being said, JP, if you want people to follow you anywhere, where can they
Oh
find
wait,
you?
also wait, one thing.
God.
I started a group watch with our patrons, so join,
You should have put that on the show.
become a patron, and you can watch Shaman King with me.
Sam was just mumbling in the background.
Yeah, because it wasn't on the show sheet. It's
Yeah,
like,
Sam's like, you should put that in the show sheet.
it's like it's our first week back, and we sound like a bunch of yutzes, you know? Okay, anyway.
Yeah, we had no preparation.
Well, we did. It just Nick fucked it all up.
We had no preparation.
But no, you should. Yeah, Patreon.com/Anime Summit. Become a patron today, and
Hey,
you can
support
have.
your favorite podcast hosts. Okay.
Thank you.
They do a
Thank
lot
you.
for
Keep-
you,
keep your
and the
podcast
least you
hosts
can
spayed
do
and
is
neutered.
toss them at least, I don't know, what do you think? $10, $20, $30 a week? Something like that? I mean, I don't know what your prices are, but it's
That's for the
important
feet
to,
pics.
yeah,
Feet pics.
Nick's special tier.
Yeah. We
No,
should-
no,
we're-
no, no. The special tier is a 12-month calendar of Nick with his bucket.
Nick has a bucket. He doesn't need your money.
It's what he watches his anime
Got a
on. He
dang
puts
bucket.
he puts his iPad on it or whatever, and then watches anime on it. Anyway, yeah, Danny
That's
has
the best way
started.
to watch.
Danny has started a group watch, and what do you guys? That's for patrons.
Yeah, that's
so,
for
like,
patrons only.
in the
yeah.
Discord. So, like, what are you guys watching right now?
Well, I originally wanted to watch the He-Man show that came on Netflix, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
we decided that we were gonna watch the Shaman King reboot. So we're watching Shaman King
It's
instead.
not like 50 episodes or something.
There's only 13 episodes on Netflix.
Yeah, they're
gonna
doing
do
it
the
by,
thing where
like-
they put out a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're trying to stay more truthful to the manga, so I assume there's not gonna be a bunch of extra stuff in it. But I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
yeah.
gonna
yeah,
suck.
I gotta get it. I gotta get in on that. I gotta get in on that. But anyway, so JP, where can people follow you if you want people to find you anywhere?
Nowhere.
Yeah, you're not really anywhere, to be honest.
I got rid of my Twitter like a month ago, so.
God, I wish I had
Trying,
the,
like,
I wish I had the willpower to do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's usually- it's
Yeah,
fun.
social media is pretty
bored,
poison.
but-
What about like email or something? Do you want a bunch of spam
No,
emails?
you
from
don't. No,
people?
don't put out
I
your
would
email.
love to get signed up for some like mailing lists or something to just get.
Well, that's
things
why you have
wrapped,
multiple emails. You have your fan mail. You could have like a PO box.
Oh, a PO box. I'd love to get packages shipped to my house, or I guess to a PO box. But if you want my address, just hit me up in private and I'll give it out freely. Social too, doesn't matter to me.
Okay, sweet. All right. Well, please don't ship anything to my friend's house. That's
Well, you gotta ask me first.
yeah. Don't. Let's.
We don't know where to ship it. We need my address.
All right. Anyway.
If you want Psalms, I can
One,
give you
two,
Psalms as
three.
well.
No, don't don't do that. No, dude.
I'm not going to. Come on now.
All right. Listener question of the week, Nick. What's the listener question of the week?
Listener question of the week. We call this Kai's Corner today. It is here's a question. Since Sam has been watching Hey Arnold lately, who are you maining in Nickelodeon All-Star Battle Royale?
Nobody.
I've
it's
never
gonna be a-
played.
He said Aang from
Well, I don't
Avatar:
even.
The Last Airbender.
I don't think Aang's a character in it yet, is he? Or was he?
I don't know. Is this a real thing or is this made up?
Yes, it's a real thing. Haven't you been do you pay attention?
No, he doesn't.
I'm behind
Sam,
on the
I'm
Hey
thinking
Arnold
only-
manga,
like-
so.
He's too busy focusing on his
Weird.
magic cards and football and
Shuffling my
everything like
shit.
that.
I'm too busy shuffling my shit and watching.
Okay, so for
obscure
those of you who
YouTube
don't know,
videos.
Nickelodeon All Star Brawl is like a crossover fighting game coming out, and it's literally Smash Brothers but with Nickelodeon characters.
Oh shoot, man. Okay, let me go to the webpage. What do they got?
So Kai asked, "Who are we maining?"
There's a Toast Man.
Yeah, Powdered. You don't know who Powdered Toast
Oh,
Man
you know
is?
what? Fuck it. SpongeBob. Let's go.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest.
There's Aang,
choice.
there's Toph, there's Oblina from Ariel Monsters, there's Cat Dog.
Oh wait,
I'm-
no. I'm Nigel Thornberry. Let's go.
Dude, I'm probably doing Helga Pataki or Oblina.
I'll do Oblina.
Where are you seeing all these other characters?
I'm on the Wikipedia. That's https colon//en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Nickelodeon_all-star brawl under the subsection
Thank-
playable characters. So type that in, you can see what I'm seeing.
Thank you for being very precise. Now the
No problem.
audio listeners can type that in.
Yeah, slow down if you need. But
Oh,
Dude,
you can be Reptar from the Rugrats.
otherwise, I'd be Leonardo or something. From
I just realized Sandy Cheeks is like a play on words.
come
'Cause
on,
you can
dude.
get sand in your cheeks.
oh
Come
yeah.
on.
Do you hear about the guy who made Ren and Stimpy?
Wait, what happened to him?
He's like a very nasty bad man.
Why?
I mean,
I
half
think-
of the artists are, so it's not surprising.
Mistaking him, but I think like illegal type nasty
Oh,
in jail probably now. Like
Sounds
where?
like the guy who made Kenshin.
Yeah, I would say that they're very, very comparable.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's true or if I'm misremembering something. So sorry to him. if
Turns
it's
out it was
false.
somebody else.
I would choose Oblina. But my
Okay.
favorite would be the guy who holds his eyeballs. They should release him as DLC, and he would be my main. He has armpit
Okay.
hair.
Danny, what about you?
I don't know. I'm not big on fighting games, but if I had to pick, I guess Reptar.
There we go. We got Reptar. We got Oblina. What did Sam pick?
The one
I'm
with
going
the
with
turtles.
I'm doing Cat Dog. No, fuck it.
That makes sense. Catface Johnson.
Yeah,
Catface Dog
it's
Butt
Cat-
Johnson.
Yeah, Cat Face Dog Butt.
And
Or
then I got Nigel Thornberry. I'm gonna
Smashing.
smash everybody. every time I hit someone, I'll be like smashing.
If he doesn't say that when he hits somebody, then they ruin the game.
He's a villain in that game. He
Yeah,
stole
turns out
that
he's a
child
villain.
from the jungle.
Good. Probably deserved it.
The main boss, little Donnie.
Little Tommy.
Yeah.
Little
Stolen
Donnie
away
needs to
from his
watch
monkey
out.
parents.
All right, Danny, waifu and his bando.
Hey, I think there's
Uh,
actually another listener question, and I'd like to answer it. And it was, what is your favorite Final Fantasy? And you know what? I think Final Fantasy VIII. I think that was the first one I played, and it's one of the ones I like best. I also like 10. I like the ones that people hate.
10 is honestly like I don't care what people say. I also like 10, but 9
Yeah, it
Final
rules.
Fantasy 9 is my all-time favorite one.
I haven't
I-
finished. I don't know. I actually haven't played 9 at all, but I heard it's great.
I don't get it.
It
Do
is.
people hate 10 because of Tidus or something, or is that like 10 was really good?
I
They
think,
did
yeah,
a,
it was like a crappy main character. I liked him.
ProZD did a video on that one. It was pretty funny.
I think everyone just hates him because the memes they made out of him or something.
Well, because he's a sports ball player, you know.
He's a blitzball.
Oh, he's
What
nerds.
a lame-o.
All the nerds hate him, but he's like a real star, a cool guy. No, but I like
Cool guy.
the guy who throws the blitz ball around, Waka. He's cool. What a great
yeah,
weapon.
Waka Flocka Flame, dude. 10,
Well, that's
17
where he
Blitz
got his
Squad.
name from.
That's where he got.
Interesting. You learn a lot listening to podcasts or even being guests on it.
Okay, Danny, on the wife. Hey, by the way, mine's Final Fantasy VI. Danny, waifu and his bando.
Waifu is Letitia, and his bando is Lupin.
Don't you mean Elsa?
No.
She looks
What
like
is that?
Elsa.
What?
The Frozen gal?
Yeah, kind of, right? I don't know.
You mean Anna?
Elsa's like very blonde, right?
Okay, whatever. The other chick. I haven't seen that movie.
I only saw it once.
Okay, for those of you who don't know,
Look, I've only seen it once. I'm not a fan. Okay, I don't watch it every day. I told you I only saw it once.
all right, let's do it. Lupin III The First.
So I just gave up and ignored
And
it.
let me just say this: the reference Nick was making, because he's a doofus, is so this is the first, like, not the first 3D CG animated film coming out of Japan. They've had others, but like the art style and the kind of art direction they went was like, for the new characters that they made, kind of resemble that like Disney 3D animation style. So like,
Cauliflower people.
So characters like Rapunzel from Tangled or Elsa and Anna from Frozen,
Yeah,
or
she looks more like Anna.
Oh my
or,
gosh, you're right.
or
Is it
the
Anna?
aunt Anna.
Anna.
Anna's the dark haired. Elsa's the.
Yeah, but we would pronounce it Anna, so it's Anna.
No, it's
Fair enough.
Anna
No,
because
it's
it takes.
Anna.
It's like it's supposed to be Finnish.
Yeah, but in America, it's Anna.
Yeah, of course it was finished. They put it in theaters.
Oh my
They don't put out a movie that's not done.
Yes, Sam, jeez.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
You shouldn't have invited me. No wonder you're always turning down my ideas when I'm like, "Hey, bring me on here. I got a fun idea." You're like, "No, you mess it all up."
Dude, fucking. No, here's what it is though.
This is gonna be a long episode.
No, here's what it is though. Here's what it is.
No, because it's
Thi-
the same as every Lupin. We can just talk shit. If you like
We can
Lupin,
just
just
talk
watch it.
shit.
Yeah, that's
But okay,
true.
so
It's Lupin meets Indiana Jones. All right, everyone. Go
I
watch
would
it.
say it's also got like a tad of like national treasure in it.
All right,
that
sure.
being said-
you gotta steal the Declaration of Independence.
You guys steal the Declaration? Well, I mean, this is, I mean, Nick Cage is whatever. But like, fucking, look, it's the 50th anniversary of, or not 50th. Is it 50th? Anniversary. It's the anniversary. Or
Probably
it
something
was.
around there. Like in the 1960s, I think was when Lupin came out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Right here. Lupin the
60s.
Third Part 6 is scheduled to premiere on October 10th, 2021, to coincide with the 50th anniversary. Oh yeah. So, yeah, I think part of like the 50th anniversary project was like putting this movie out, and then Part 6. So, Part 6 comes out next month, so for fall season, and yeah, fucking, that's crazy. 50 years is
Long time running.
that's a long. It's been a long time running. Dude, but Lupin the Third, the First, basically is what it is. All right, let me tell you real quick.
It's the first Lupin, apparently, right?
Okay, anyways, really quick, let me just break this
First
down for
Lupin
you.
in 3D CG. That is.
Okay, let me break this down for you really quick, for the 5th time. Based on the manga from 1967 by Monkey Punch, Studio Marza Animation Planet and TMS Entertainment, Danny's favorite.
Oh, they did the Sonic movie, right? Didn't one of them do it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they did. I saw a YouTube video and they said that.
Okay.
The one that they changed everything.
Yeah.
Did they do the previous one or the one that they changed it to?
Oh, I think they did the good version of it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Marza Animation.
And that's up
yeah.
to the listener to decide which one that is. So,
Yeah, Marza Animation
What
Planet.
if that was
yep.
just like a big marketing gimmick? They made Sonic so ugly that everyone started talking about him again.
it wouldn't be the worst like marketing thing.
That's probably
'cause
what they did.
it really
For-
did generate like a lot of talk.
For reference, they've also done Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15, Resident Evil Vendetta, and of course what Nick mentioned, Sonic the Hedgehog. They've also did the short film for Sonic Night of the Werehog. They've done a bunch of cutscenes for Virtua Fighter 5, Super Monkey Ball, Hatsune Miku Project Diva 2nd, Sengoku Taisen, bunch of video games, bunch of Sega stuff. It looks
They
like too.
did they helped out with the King's glaive.
I just said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
I know. Nobody is. Yeah.
We don't listen to
Anyway.
Sam. Hey,
so-
Danny, they did 3D model artwork illustration for Splatoon 2.
Did they?
How about that? And they helped on the
Wow.
Earwig and the Witch.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway.
And I'm
I
pretty
haven't
sure they
seen
did
that. Is
Toy
that good?
Story. Just kidding, they didn't do Toy Story.
Okay, anyway, directed by Takashi Yamazaki and screenplay by him as well. Animation director was Toshiya Umeda. Set during the late 1960s of the Showa era, the film follows gentleman thief Arsène Lupin III and his crew to Paris and Brazil to find the whereabouts of the Bresson diary, a treasure even Lupin's grandfather Arsène Lupin failed to catch. A battle for the mechanical diary is unleashed as a Nazi treasure hunter group led by Lambert and Girault are also in a race to steal it, with the prize that whoever deciphers its mystery will be the owners of an enormous fortune. So we think, anyway.
That's a classic, like Lupin the Third TV special, OVA, movie, film, whatever setup.
Yep.
Like, gotta steal this little item, a diary, or a diamond with a map inside of it. That leads to like a huge treasure, one of unimaginable riches, and then the bad guys are after it too.
And then Zenigata ends up helping, and then he also ends up chasing Lupin at the end. Yep.
Yeah, you have to help him
And then
because
Fujiko,
otherwise
she steals some more stuff at the end. There you go.
she will betray him. Yeah, that's for sure.
I kind of don't like Fujiko for some reason.
Oh, I love her.
I
She's the
like her,
best.
but I don't like. I hate her. I hate her, but I hate it, but
It's
I
a
love it.
love-hate
It's like Ab Ripper
relationship.
X.
Well, Nick just doesn't like good characters. He likes all the ones that are.
She's too much of a tease. You know,
No, it's
why
fine.
why don't
That's
her
the
and
best part
Lupin
about
just bang it out? You know.
Because
fine,
she
we
needs him
just-
to steal stuff, but she also really loves him probably.
I don't think.
Lupin
Uh,
is being gaslit by
Yeah, she's gaslighting.
But no, like JP is absolutely right though. Obviously, like the way Monkey Punch has set up Lupin's like, kind of like legacy or whatever that he will leave, or the stories that he will tell for years to come. As this movie is dedicated to the late Monkey Punch, R.I.P. Monkey Punch, is that like there's like these 4 tropes or whatever, Lupin tropes as they call them. Lupin and or his gang challenging or robbing a more sinister criminal organization than themselves. Fujiko being captured by the villain and subsequently being rescued by Lupin. Fujiko betraying Lupin to give herself an advantage in the caper. Or Zenigata attempting to capture Lupin, occasionally with success, only to have Lupin escape his grasp. And like a few other. But those are like the 4 main things that like would fulfill like a Lupin story.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah. In terms of Monkey Punch's Lupin. But yeah, Lupin the Third the First, it's supposed to like adapt like an early story of Lupin, right? Like that's like the idea.
Oh, I'm not sure. I just figured it was like set in the like the part 2 series, the one that was on Adult Swim with the red jacket, because it's like set in the 60s when that was made. I know it was an earlier story being adapted.
Because part 1 doesn't have any of this stuff, right? Part
what's
2
it?
has like, I've never seen part 1. I've only seen part 2, which was like the one that played on Adult Swim, I think, when we were
Yeah,
younger.
part 2 is like the very famous one.
Yeah.
That's the red jacket, and then part 1 is green jacket, and that's much more like, I think like straight based on like the Lupin manga.
Yeah,
and then
part 1 was a
3
lot
is
shorter, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
it was
20 some eps. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
20
part
something.
2 was what they put on Adult Swim back in the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think there's like close to 100 or more episodes of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always watched that, like, I think it was before or after Cowboy Bebop. Don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
I-
played
and
it
actually, I
all
think
the
that was at the end. That was, like, at, like, really late at night.
It was like a 2 a.m. thing, so.
But yeah, that's right. The red.
155 episodes.
155?
Yep.
Dang.
All right, we're doing a group watch.
But yeah, I totally forgot like to mention that that's like a big thing. That's part of like the Lupin lore is like he has a different color jacket in every section, kind of.
Yeah, and it kind of
Uh,
like, based on what jacket is being worn, you can kind of like, it's kind of like almost a little bit of a different character each time. I guess it's kind of hard to like explain, but like, I don't know, the way they act or like the seriousness of like whatever special or whatever, you can kind of judge it based on like the thing. So if you see an ad with like green jacket Lupin, it's going to be, you'd expect something different than if you saw an ad with red jacket Lupin. And I think this Lupin the First is like straight like red jacket Adult Swim TV show. Like
It gave those vibes because it even
Yeah.
the little opening song was the same as, you know.
yeah, and they did the the typewriter thing.
Oh, the little
Yeah.
where it like introduces the episode, but it said the
Mhm.
first. Yeah, I thought that was
Which-
super cool.
I think they do often enough, but like that's enough of a throwback with like the character design and stuff, where you're just like, oh, this is straight out of like Nick said, 2 a.m. Adult Swim.
Yeah. Lupin the Third, Part 4 and 5, which is like the Italia and France.
Yeah,
He
blue
wears
jacket.
he wears a blue jacket, but in the France one he has a pink tie as opposed to the red tie.
Oh, I haven't
um,
seen part 5 yet. I saw. Oh, actually, I'm like, I guess almost done with part 4, and it's a little different. Like, the most like distinct thing about it is more that like it's modern. Like, Part 3 probably came out like 30 years ago at the earliest with a pink
Right.
jacket. So like you see Blue Jacket and you're like, oh, that's the modern one. It's less, I don't know, maybe it is later, but or like as you watch Part 4 and 5 more, but I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
I
He had
never
the blue
finished.
jacket in part 4. Was that it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in
the-
Italy.
Oh yeah, that's where he had the wife.
Yeah,
Italia, yeah.
The wife rules.
Italia,
She's a great
La
character.
Italia
Yeah,
Aventura
she's supposed
is
to
what
be a
it's
cool
called.
character,
She's supposed to be fine as wine.
and she's athletic, dude. That's how you
She's
know
not as fine
she's-
as she's not as fine as Fujiko, but she's fine.
Nah, she's because Fuji. She's not as much of a tease as actually. Maybe she is. I haven't seen it.
She's also
Actually, no. I watched the first 2 episodes
she's-
of it, and it was really
yeah,
good.
she's super rich. She just was like a thrill seeker.
10 out of
But
10.
she's got a cool like yeah, she's a 10 out of 10. She's a real baddie. But she's got like a cool ombre like hair dye or whatever. It's cool. And her butler helps her do things like rob.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Someone on YouTube was mentioning that. They were saying how that the characters in Lupin III The First, the side characters weren't as interesting as like Part 4 or the Mystery of Momo, which I really need to watch the mystery. Or sorry, not Momo, Mamo.
Yeah, Mamo's cool as like what a cool villain. Because I think Mamo
It's
is
like
the
a tiny
time
little Mr.
traveler.
Penguin guy or whatever. It's,
Yeah.
it's
He
crazy.
looks like throwback. He looks like one of the little freaks from Akira, the little kids, you know. He's got like that weird.
It's
old
based on a
style
certain villain. I forgot who it is, but it is based on somebody from like the 70s or something.
But yeah, these are all, just normal villains, I guess. They're not like time travelers or anything goofy.
Okay, well that makes a lot of sense though. Like I didn't even think about the jacket thing, so that kind of makes sense that it would take place like during part 2 or around part 2. Because it says on Wikipedia the film earned critical acclaim with praise directed towards the plot, vocal performances, and faithfulness towards the source material, and in particular the animation. Many felt the series transitioned well into the CGI, praising the level of detail and fluidity. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really great. I mean, if you enjoy like, Pixar 3D, Disney 3D animated films, this is pretty much just that, except, it's Lupin. But when it said faithfulness towards the source material, I was like, oh, is this like adapting a certain part? Because I don't remember much of watching part 2 when I was younger. I've never even seen part 3, so.
Yeah, I've only seen like a few episodes of part 3. You can watch it on like whatever online streaming thing. I think it's pretty much everywhere. But like part 2, I remember like
Part two is on Crunchyroll, Verve, and Hulu.
Okay, nice.
Oh yeah, because of the pandemic, it was like delayed and like harder to get a hold of, or because like theaters were closed. Because this was supposed to
Yeah.
come out in I think early 2020 or something like that, and then it got delayed.
What, this movie?
Yeah,
This movie came out in 2019, dude.
yeah, in December, in Japan it did, but in the
Oh,
states,
yeah.
Oh,
unless you got like a
US
special
release.
screening or something, it
Yeah,
actually
it was a
wasn't out
world-
yet.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
yeah, I remind that. I
Yeah,
remember
G
that.
Kids released the film in North America on October 18th, 2020. Yeah. So we're watching it pretty much like a year later. But it did get selected for Annecy Awards and 43rd Japanese Academy Awards, which is pretty cool. It won a 43rd Japan Academy Award for Excellent Animation and won Best Animated Film from the Hawaii Film Critics Society. So it's pretty cool. And it also got nominated for Animation, Animation of the Year, Feature Film. So, I mean, I thought it was pretty great. Fucking fighting Nazis. But also, a lot of people, like for me, my initial thought when I first saw the trailer was, man, that looks absolutely fucking cool. But am I ready to see like an anime or manga character animated this way? And, because I'm not used to it. Like, we've seen CG anime before, but this is like 3D CG animated. This isn't like, cell CG animated like like the crappy Love Live shows or like Dorohedoro or whatever.
Is that like
This-
all the Netflix animes? They're like
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
that
lot of the
weird,
Netflix
like,
animes.
3D,
This
but
this has
not
a movie
3D.
budget. Like they did a much better job with this.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
But yeah, JP, it's exactly like that, like Baki and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So,
No,
Baki
this looks
rules,
way better
but
than all those.
It's yeah.
but Baki actually did a good job at doing it. That
Well,
way.
kind of, but this makes Baki look like shit.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not this is not that kind of 3D animation. This is like full on.
No, I mean like Pixar.
yeah.
It's like a Pixar movie.
It looks
Yeah.
kind of
that
like that a
level.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a budget of I can't find the budget. It did make $11 million though. It made $11 million.
Box office 11 million.
Yeah,
That seems low. Oh, because of pandemic probably.
Yeah,
pandemic probably.
The old
Also, I don't
pandemic.
think like it would have gotten a huge release here. Like
Yeah,
The movie was
don't know.
released December 6th, 2019 in Japan, ranking number 2 in its opening weekend, grossing at pretty much like 2.82 million US dollars, only behind Frozen 2. In the
Yeah.
second week, the film collected 5.45 million in 10 days.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
US Blu-ray release, released, the film peaked at number 3 on the top 10 Blu-ray sellers for week ending January 16th, 2021.
dang.
Yeah, so regardless of what we say, it was pretty successful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, it'll make more money on like Blu-rays, like Danny was saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
like
'cause it's
and
not in the
also
theaters.
I bought this like at Walmart. Like I was walking by and I seen it there. So it's not like it was like
Yeah, streaming, physical media, that
Yeah,
stuff.
I actually rented it on Amazon because it was like $3.99.
I watched
Prime
the-
video.
I watched the crappy free stream site. I'm not gonna say which one, but it was like it felt a little bit off, like the lip flaps, which I think there were anyway, right? Because of the English.
that's,
Okay,
yeah,
wait,
that's
so-
one
so-
thing I noticed. Like
Well, that's what I was gonna ask next. Who watched the dub and who watched the sub?
I
Well,
watched half of it in subbed and then watched the rest in dub.
Danny's growing.
Shut
I
up.
watched it all in English. But I put
Yeah, I always watch
subtitles
Lupin
on
and
all
dub.
the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say JP watches a lot of foreign films too, so I mean he's used to it. But you did watch it in English.
Yeah. Because I like the voice actors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Well,
it's all the
very
voice.
nostalgia.
It's all the same voice
nostalgia.
actors too. Yeah, from part 2 and all that. So yeah, like, and all of them, like even the current ones. So yeah, Tony Oliver is Lupin, Richard Epcar is Jigen.
Wasn't there? Was Zenigata a different actor?
No, I'm pretty sure that was the same guy. For the dub.
Yeah, I think one of them was different. No, or like there was an old Zenigata who was a different guy.
Oh no, you're right. The dub
Doug Erholtz did this one.
the dub Zenigata was from part 4 and 5 and this one.
Yeah, because
The
the old one
previous
did.
one.
Yeah, a different guy.
Yeah, different guy. But yeah, and then
Wait,
Fujiko is
Richard
Mich-
Epcar did Zenigata too. Oh,
Richard
Sean
Epcar.
Barrett. That might be it. Or Philip Wilburn. Oh, you know what? I think one of the Lupin movies had like 4 dubs.
Yeah. God, which one
Was it Mamo again, or was it something else?
I think it might have been something.
I don't
else.
know.
It might have been Cagliostro.
Maybe because there was like
I don't know.
streamlined dubs, Jenny on, bunch of other stuff.
And then it probably wasn't Cagliostro.
Anyway,
So
there have
what
been
did you
multiple
guys?
actors.
So what did you guys?
I love Richard Epcar, by the way. He's like one of my favorite American voice actors or English voice actors.
I only
So
know
aside
him
from-
from this.
He's
So
in, he was
aside
in Ghost in the Shell too. He's Bato.
Oh shit. Okay.
I gotta rewatch Ghost in the Shell. But what about? So okay, let's talk about this though. So I think we can all agree that like the story for this movie was like, yeah, this is a Lupin story. How does it compare to like other Lupin stories? You
JP
guys
probably
think?
knows the
I
most. I haven't
definitely
seen all of
got
them.
I definitely got Cagliostro vibes from this one. Like a lot of the tones
Oh yeah. Like the
and like the damsel in distress and like kind of like the like family heritage, like hereditary kind of theme.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. Where the main girl is related to the bad guy.
Hmm. And like the,
Well,
that. Well, yeah.
not the bad guy, but
One of the bad guys. He
Yeah.
was kind of bad.
No, not really.
they
The
weren't
grandfather.
related.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it's still a relation though. He raised her, close enough.
fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Nick
Not
doesn't
blood
know.
related.
Nick didn't watch the movie, but so like fucking
Yeah, he what? She was like an orphan or something. So what?
yeah, okay, but anyway, so like,
Wait, was she?
but
an
like
orphan?
obviously,
Yes.
obviously, yes, she was. Obviously,
Yeah, you did watch
yeah.
it, Nick.
O-
Go ahead,
obviously, there has to be like a threat because it's a movie, right? There has to be like a bigger threat than like a typical Lupin story. So like it was like this cataclysmic thing. But what I did like about it was like, it became a little personal for Lupin because it was also stuff from his grandfather and stuff his grandfather left behind.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
not
liked
not
that.
not too personal to take Lupin completely out of character. It was just enough to be like,
Right.
okay,
so,
that's pretty cool, you know.
like he didn't get choked up or anything, like he was just all like, oh, this is like, it kind of like encouraged him to like keep going almost.
Yeah.
Especially like later in the movie. I don't know if we're gonna like do spoilers and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna say much.
We will in a bit, and I'll
I mean,
fucking
it's
make
Lupin.
a
There's not
note
much to
of it.
spoil. You know what's gonna happen. We kind of spoiled it already. We gave the
I
basic
guess
like
at the
premise of
very
most
end,
Lupin.
there is a little spoiler.
Is
Like
there?
the dude in the wheelchair. That was a little like, whoa, what the fuck? When we see him.
I might have to rewatch that part. I might have missed
I
something.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to do my best.
Okay,
to, like,
I must have shut it off before I watched. Was that after the credits?
No, it was at the pinnacle climax.
Okay, I'm tripping. I must have not been paying attention because I
All
was
right. If we end up spoiling it, you'll know exactly what I mean.
shit. I fucked up. I
Yeah,
turned it
I
off
think
too
I
quick.
know. I think I know what JP's talking
Wait,
about.
you said it was
I think
after the
I caught
credits?
It too. No, it's
No,
not
no.
after
It
the
was just at like the
credits.
climax of the film.
All right,
The guy
I
shows
gotta
up in a
rewatch it.
wheelchair.
Oh,
and you go,
yeah,
"What the hell?"
yeah.
Wasn't that
yeah,
just
yeah.
Lupin in a disguise?
Well, yeah, but
Okay, yeah,
but, like,
Nick
the
just
person
spoiled it.
It was.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, it was
holy
Hitler. They're
shit.
trying to raise Hitler, right? So
Yeah,
Okay,
but
yeah,
he was
Nick is
already
just, I guess
alive
Nick is
and
just
in
going
a
into
wheelchair.
spoilers. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Anyways, it turned out to be Lupin in disguise. So
Yeah,
that's
Nick
the
is just going to
spoiler that
spoilers.
I
yeah,
was
it's the
like,
same. It's the same every time. You know what's gonna happen.
That's fair enough, but seeing
know, but
old
you should
Hitler
still
in a
warn people
wheelchair
who-
was like, what the hell?
It's funny because
What
like
the hell is he
Nick,
doing here?
it's really funny
I
because
thought
Nick
you were
got
talking
mad
about
at,
something else.
Nick
No,
got
no,
mad
no.
at Danny for a Death Note spoiler.
No,
and
the
that's
worst
like a
one was
sup-
Danny's like, "Promise Neverland, people don't die." See, that's not a spoiler. I'm like, yes, it is.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
like this is newer than that, kind of, and you're fucking.
Yeah, this is relatively new.
What did
Okay,
she
anyway.
spoil on Death Note? Danny, what did you spoil on Death Note that people
What
got
do you
mad
think?
at?
Well,
not
I don't think
saying
JP's
anything.
seen it.
No, I've seen Death Note, but there's
He's just trying to
plenty of
bait Danny
spoilers.
into spoiling
Oh,
it
he's
again.
debated.
I'll spoil
not-
it. Is it
I'm
that?
not.
Is it?
It's
who
that
ends up
Snape kills
dying who?
Dumbledore.
Yeah,
Snape kills Dumbledore.
I thought the spoiler would be that the blonde girl also has a Death Note, or what's it called? The girl, the mummy
That's
girl.
a Death Note, right?
yeah, Death Note, yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I
that's
wish
the
Death
spoiler.
Notes were real.
Episode 3 spoilers.
Does anybody else wish that?
No.
Yeah, I wish they
we're
were
getting off topic right now. Can
Anyway.
we talk about the movie?
Lupin.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
anyway, Lupin
so-
is Hitler, and
No, he's
where else?
not.
What else we got? No, he just
Okay.
impersonated him because
I'm actually like, trying to do it, and Nick is fucking around. So anyway,
posted a fake picture. They
Oh, this
false-
is the
no,
very
Nick,
end.
you're jumping. No, Nick, shut up. You're jumping
yeah,
around.
we're
No one
jumping
knows what
too
you're
far
talking.
ahead.
Okay,
no one knows
let's
what you're
start
talking
from the
about.
beginning, Sam.
No, we're not gonna summarize the whole thing like you always
They're
want to.
trying
We're
to
not gonna do
find
that.
some kind of artifact or something.
Okay. Anyways, so the point is, I'll just say the premise real quick, so Nick will stop. There's this thing called the Bresson Diary, and the diary has a book. It's like a golden box with like a puzzle key thing on the front, and the actual diary's inside, and it basically tells there's this secret fucking crazy ass weapon thing used by like fucking old Anunnaki, like fucking old world, the before world people used in the fucking, so they have to go to Brazil to fucking, old temples and shit. And this device is capable of literally, like, if you pilot it, you can create black holes in an instant. So you could literally, you know, destroy anything you wanted at any time. So when Lupin and the archaeologist Letitia find out that that's what these Nazi people are after, they're like, well, we can't let that happen because that's fucking crazy. And there's 2 keys to the front of the thing. One key is in a pendant that Lupin has that his grandfather left him, and one is in Letitia's hands, who she got from who she thinks was her grandfather, which is not. Her grandfather is actually Bresson. And yeah, so they're like, well, let's fucking stop this shit and fucking Nazis or whatever. So the Nazi group think that, like, Hitler's still alive, and it turns out that Interpol planted a fake picture of a dressed up Hitler to, like, see if anyone would
honeypot them in.
Yeah, to honeypot him. So it turns out that that's not real. But, like, anyway, fucking Nazis. It's basically Indiana Jones, like Nick said earlier. But also, like, part of it, like, in the beginning and, like, with the book and, like, when they're in the cave part, the tomb thing, to find the device, it's kind of like National Treasure a little bit. Like, there's, like, these trials to get through and stuff.
Like the cave thing was like very, oh shoot, which Indiana Jones is it? Last Crusade, where there's like the 3 trials or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the design of it was very H.R. Geiger.
It was actually.
It was super xenomorphish, yeah, without all the fleshy. It was mostly granite looking, carbon fiber looking, but not fleshy and gross and slimy looking, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
I mean
like,
the movie and like all the designs and stuff looked very cool. If like you're not like, oh, I don't know, is it cool or is it bland? Like, no, it all looks cool.
No, it was super cool. Even the way they designed, like, the fucking the device thing itself, the Eclipse
It had
device.
like a scorpion tail and stuff.
Yeah, that's like the thing that, like, creates, like, the black holes or whatever. And so, yeah, no, it was super cool, super dope.
Yeah, so the side protagonist or whatever, this archaeologist girl,
Letitia,
she
yeah.
is directly related to the guy who made the diary, and the diary leads to a great treasure, which, like a lot of Lupin movies, the great treasure turns out to be like a great weapon, you know, something that can be used for evil, and it's not just a bunch of gold or anything like that. And so that's when the team up happens with Zenigata and the Lupin gang to try and, you know, stop the baddies.
Yeah, and the cool part about it, I think, what is the part that made it a unique Lupin story was, like, just to bring it back from earlier when I said his grandfather, like, left the pendant behind, and Letitia was like, "Where'd you get that pendant?" And he's like, "My grandfather left it for me."
Bought it on
And she's
eBay.
like, "Well," she's like, "Fucking give it to me! Like, my grandfather gave me this one," and then blah blah blah, and then later they figure out that, like, Lupin the First was also a collaborator with Bresson to make sure that this device was, like, super hard to get to. So it was actually Lupin's grandfather who designed the intricate, like, box puzzle thing, and to keep the diary inside. So basically they needed somebody who was clever enough to, the people who would be worth it, who would be, like, worthy of reading what was inside, would be the person who could open it and the person who could translate the writings inside. Ergo,
And, like,
Lupin the Third and Letitia.
Yeah, and it's introduced as like the one item that Lupin the First couldn't steal. So there's like this sort of like a I don't know, one-upping your ancestors, which like drives Lupin to steal it in the beginning. Little does he know, like Sam said, it's not that he couldn't steal it, it's he helped out to like secure it and hide it and stuff.
Right. Which is cool. Because, like I said, it adds, like, just that. It makes it, like, it makes it personal for Lupin, but not in a way that's, like, that takes him out of character. It's just enough where he's still, like, really cool and He's like, granddad, you fucking son of a bitch.
Yeah,
And
and
it's like,
far enough
whatever.
away, like in terms of like timeline or whatever, like his grandfather, where it's not like some weird change that like would really throw off the entire like vibe of Lupin or something. You're like 2 generations away, and he hid it away. It's not like imagine if it was like Fujiko or something who was like, oh, I stole this to hide it or something. You'd be like, what the hell? That's not what she does.
Right, yeah, right. Um, that being said,
Yeah,
my
that's like
only
the basic
like,
plot.
yeah, my only real complaint really is like, and obviously it doesn't have too much to do with them, but like it would have been cool if would have seen just a tad more Goemon and Jigen and Fujiko.
No, I think
coolness.
it's well, I think that's because the new characters were a little bit less. They didn't pop as much, you know. You had Frozen Girl, and you had the evil doctor man, and then the German guy.
Letitia, Lambert, and Gerard.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
And
it's not what you said.
Oh God.
you know, they were fine, but they didn't. Every time the gang was on screen, they stole that scene. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like
Oh,
Lupin
definitely.
and Jigen and all them. So it's like
You didn't want them to steal too much.
you want the villains and other characters to also stick out.
right, because they're like the driving force of what's going on. So yeah.
So that was probably like one of the weakest parts of the movie, which it's not that bad because like the problem is like all this has been done a million times. If this movie came out in like 20, 30 years ago, it would be a different story.
right. Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yep.
That's actually a good point. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I was gonna say the other thing, like Lupin and like all the characters, Zenigata, everything like that, are like straight copied from, like the original stuff. Whereas like Nick was saying, like a lot of the characters introduced in here and who are gonna be left in this movie, like there's no continuing on with them or whatever in any Lupin movie, but like they do look drastically like different than the Lupin like gang. Like they
yeah,
look like a little Pixar-y or something, whereas Lupin and his gang look straight out of like any of the animated series with that real long, lanky and weird smiles and stuff.
yeah. So like when one of the new characters is standing next to them, it's very like, you can tell. Yeah, like
Mhm.
whenever Letitia was next to Lupin or whatever, it was very apparent. Yeah, like she was super. She looks like the main character's aunt from Big Hero 6. Hero's aunt. Um, like if I had to like pin it on a Disney character, she looks like her. So like and then just imagine Lupin as you've always seen him, but just full CG, 3D CG animated, and standing next to her, it does look a little awkward, But I mean,
Well,
I don't know. It was
they
still
have those
fine.
old character designs, the Lupin, like from the 70s.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yes.
Yeah. So you're
And also-
mixing the two styles.
Yeah, and one weird
Yeah.
thing, which is kind of like weird at first, I think it changed a little later on, but like how Lupin, you Google a picture of like Lupin the Third Part 2 or something, and there's like that little like smirky smile or whatever. In
Yeah.
this movie, they like animated it as if that was like a neutral face. So like when he'd talk and stuff, it'd have that weird smirky smile in the corners.
Yeah, the angle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was very like I don't know. It was just weird to see.
Yeah. There's even like here's a.
I'm nitpicking, I guess.
No, that makes sense because here I'll show you the screenshot. This is from the beginning of the movie. I'll put it in guest chat so you guys can see it. In the beginning of the movie when they're on the roof.
That's when I noticed it the most.
Yeah, he's making a frown right here, but it's still angled.
Yeah, it's got that little smirk. Like
Yeah, it's still like angled, like,
Mhm.
like, but yeah, like I get what you mean. Yeah, no, I totally get that.
They did
Totally
a
get
great
that.
job of the facial expressions, though.
Oh man, really good. Yeah, the
Oh yeah,
animation is
definitely.
The lip
The
flaps are
animation
still not
is-
quite there. I mean, even in Japanese, it's still not 100%.
Well, they didn't really do lip flaps. They,
I know it's
you
not flaps, but mouth movement.
They weren't really, and it's definitely a lot harder to match, lip flaps when they're speaking Japanese versus like the dub. Like
No,
when I was
I'm not even
watching-
talking about that. I'm just talking in general. Even with no audio, if you watch them, it's like a teensy bit awkward, but like it still looks better than it has in the past.
Yeah, Nick is saying regardless. Like it looks,
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
maybe
because
like
with dubbing, they always got to match it to whatever they're seeing.
yeah.
maybe like the CG technology is like 5% away, but it's not
still,
quite there.
Yeah, I mean, well, I read, so I was reading the wiki page, and like this movie is like the stepping stone of like Japanese CGI.
I hope so. This
like,
looks
Well,
great.
it's really
still-
good. Yeah,
It's
like
still like there's still, from what I from what I read, like the movie became one of the earliest examples of Japanese 3D animation content, which is
Nice,
still
nice.
at a development stage compared to the established and mainstream 2D anime industry.
nice.
That makes sense.
So
This screen cap I just posted when they're in the cave, where it shows, well, it doesn't show Lupin, but like, it shows
Shows the
Jigen
gang.
Goemon. Yeah. This is when Lupin's going through the third tunnel or whatever, which was a fucking badass scene, by the way.
dude, I love that scene.
Yeah, this is a
and
fun
then
movie.
he found the cane and the top hat.
Oh yeah, that ruled.
Yeah, he finds his grandfather's cane and top hat because he went through it. Badass, dude. Fucking so sick. No, dude, but like just this screen cap in general, or I just wanted to point out just a few things that I think were just fucking amazing. And obviously, like, when you're done watching the movie, I highly suggest Googling like stills just so you can go back and look at it.
Yeah, like even just
Um,
that screen cap has a lot of personality to it.
Fucking Fujiko's denim shirt, denim button up, and their hair, and the lighting, and Jigen's facial hair, and Jigen's tie. Like, what the fuck? Like, shit!
Yeah.
And plus Fujiko, like, just looks like if you already think she looks super cute, and you think this is
Yeah, no,
they-
no,
they
no,
fuck-
no, no. Fujiko's not cute. Fujiko's hot. There's a difference.
okay, like.
Yeah, she's
But,
a
like-
femme fatale. You don't call
Letiza
a
is
femme
cute.
fatale.
She is a
Fujiko is
femme
hot.
fatale.
Yeah, but Fujiko. Okay, I should say her charm. Like if
She's
you
a
like,
temptress.
And Temptress is
I
good
would-
too.
and you might be like me, where I was kind of worried. Like, are they going to capture all these characters properly, doing it in this style? They absolutely do. They absolutely do. Jigen is a bum. You know,
But we love
Goemon Goemon is obsessed with his old ways, his old code. Fujiko is still fucking just.
Oh yeah, the part
Being
where they have
her.
to use Goemon's sword to like. What did that?
He
do?
doesn't want to
Activate
leave it behind.
Yeah.
He's like, and then Zenigata being a clown. Like it was so funny when they were like in the fucking desert and they're like, well shit, how do we, like, our fucking car's busted, the plane we were just using is busted. What do we do? And Lupin was like, dude, who's the one guy who always finds me when
Oh,
I
yeah.
when I call for him? He always knows how to
Oh,
get to me.
Zenigata.
And they
Yeah.
call Zenigata. He gets there like not even like a few hours later. It's like it doesn't even show that. It just cuts right to it. And Zenigata's like, "Oh, you're finally turning yourself in, huh?" Oh, yeah, the
like,
cup
you
noodle
imagine not
now.
even enough time for them to
Yeah.
be like, hey, I think I'm starting to get hungry. It's like,
yeah.
the call was in and like he's just like completely on his way and he's like, I got
Oh
you
yeah,
now.
and they actually went back to the cup noodle. They did the like a landscape scene with like a cup noodle sitting on a cactus or whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna say one
This
more
was
other
really well
favorite.
directed.
It was. I'm gonna say one more other favorite moment, and then if you guys want to say like your other favorite moments, definitely do that because like there was a lot for me. Cinematography, by the way, is Yosuke Sakai. I don't know if anybody cares about that. Music is by Yuji Ono. Yuji Ono has done music for pretty much every Lupin, like a lot of Lupin stuff from the
Yeah, that's
90s
the
and on.
jazzy like Lupin like tone or like a
Yeah, they
theme song,
remixed a
yeah.
lot of the classic songs.
Yeah, yeah.
That's always been like Yuji Onna.
He did Castle of Cagliostro as well. So
Oh, did
like,
he?
yes. Um,
No
and
wonder
then
there's like so many themes of
yeah,
Cagliostro in
Yeah, it's
this.
pretty bold of them to try to do that because it's like you don't want to draw that comparison if you're not going to live
Yeah.
up to it.
Well,
yeah.
from what I've read on the wiki page, like the director definitely like looked up to Cagliostro. Like he really like was in awe by it even when he watched it when it first came out and everything.
Yeah.
So, and that's why like there's definitely like those tones and
Oh, yeah,
themes of Cagliostro in this.
Even
Like
I
especially with the
wonder,
damsel in distress character and stuff.
I wonder if all like the little clockwork gears and stuff is like sort of an homage to Cagliostro, the big
I'm-
clock fight.
Pretty sure it is,
homage.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Takashi Yamazaki, the director, he did a lot of Japanese films. He's also probably a lot known for Dragon Quest Your Story, which was another 3D CG animated Japanese film. I have not seen that yet, but I heard it was badass. He also directed the Parasite live action movies. And Yosuke Sakai, the cinematographer and visual effects director, I mean, he's done stuff for Final Fantasy 13 2, Resident Evil Vendetta. So some of these people have worked together before. But that being said, one of my favorite moments in the movie, aside from Lupin going through the third trial and the tomb thingy, there's a part where Letitia gets thrown out of a plane and Lupin jumps after her just without thinking about it.
He's like, "You idiots, like why'd you
Yeah.
do that?" And he just like literally jumps out of the plane.
So like she's like falling and she's like, "Fuck, like I'm gonna die." And then here comes Lupin and he's spinning.
He's spinning and like he also has his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, he's spinning like
He's
barrel
so
rolling.
cool.
Yeah, and he's talking normally while he's doing it. He's like, "Oh, hey, Letitia, what's poppin', dog?" Like, it's just... and she's like Lupin, and she's like, "Yeah, I came like to like rescue you, but I didn't grab a parachute, so." He literally just relied on the fact that Fujiko might have seen him jumping out.
Yeah,
And
they do the thing where
right.
it's like you see somebody fall and then you jump after them, and it's like even though physically you can't catch up to them, they still catch up.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that whole
like the
that
Superman
whole
thing.
scene, that whole scene with the airplane, like when Fujiko like caught them and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and that whole like airplanes like fight scene, you know, I completely forgot on how talented Fujiko is like with a vehicle. Like no matter what it is, she's like she knows how to fucking drive the thing.
Yeah, she doesn't rely on. That's the thing about Fujiko is that she doesn't rely on getaway people. She does it herself.
Right.
So like,
She's so
yeah,
cool.
But
and
she's so selfish.
okay, yeah, Nick, we all know you hate good characters.
That's
Okay,
her
calm down.
character. That's her shtick.
But like the rest of it, like when they're trying to grab onto the fucking plane, right? And there's a part where Lupin like accidentally like slips, so he does like the swimming in air thing
Oh,
with his
yeah.
legs
yeah.
and arms
Yeah.
to like grab on.
That's also
and then-
like a classic Lupin bit.
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
classic
Lupin
they do that all the
move.
time.
And then the plane gets shot by the Nazis. So then Jigen rolls up in the car,
Yeah.
and then Goemon takes the wheel, and then Jigen's like, "Here, jump, I'll catch you."
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah.
This is funny.
So then Letitia jumps and he catches her, puts her down. Then
Fujiko jumps.
Fujiko jumps, and it's very visible that like he went down a little further when he caught her. So she's like, "Don't say a word." Like, it's like as soon as like he caught her, she was like, "Fuck!" Like, shut the fuck up. And then Lupin jumps, but then Goemon steers the car over, so he just lands on the floor.
And then what was it? Lupin was all like, "Why didn't you catch me?" And Jigen goes, "I had my hands full."
I have my hands full. What are you talking about? Like, dude, that was so funny. But yeah, like, what are some of your other favorite moments for y'all?
I would have to say like
Any action
it's,
scene.
It's very in the beginning of the movie, but like when Lupin was about to get the diary in like that museum, and then but Letitia got it and stuff, but Lupin figured out Letitia was like a thief too, so they were on the roof. But then Zenigata spotted Lupin, and like Zenigata's lackeys kind of like dogpiled on Lupin, and he like managed to squirm out of it, but just in his underwear, and he like pulled like the sides of his underwear, so like, hey, you can't catch me, and he starts running away.
Yeah.
You gotta have the underwear
So-
scenes.
Yeah, you gotta
Those are
have
always
the
funny.
Lupin in his boxers. Yeah.
I also did really enjoy watching, you know, our main villains in this, especially like later in the movie when they finally get the eclipse, and that obsessive Führer guy, he like manages to figure out how to use the eclipse, and Lambert realized like maybe we shouldn't really do this and everything. Like he had, like, you can definitely tell like he had some doubts a little bit. I liked
Right.
that conflict between them too.
Yeah.
So
Some inner turmoil. Inner conflict. What about Nick and JP? What about you guys? What do you guys like in it?
JP can go first.
JP would probably like the whole movie.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole movie is great. Like, if you like Lupin, you'll love this movie. My favorite part was probably the beginning, like Danny was saying. The little intro, like, oh, hey, Lupin, I got a notice from him that he's gonna try and steal the diary, and it's Lupin in disguise, and he tries to steal it, and then the gal steals it, he escapes via gadgetry, and then, you know, there's the weird little, like, dance and, like, showing off how, like, oh, you're not very good of a thief, Letitia. Then Zenigata comes and attacks, and, I mean, it was just classic, and then it ends with, like, car chase with
The
the
famous yellow
Fiat,
Fiat.
Jigen at the wheel and all that stuff to break him out. Yeah, that ruled. That was a great start to the movie.
and then it got blown up.
With a little yellow.
What about you,
car.
Nick?
So it was my favorite
Yeah,
part.
I just rewatched the scene where Lupin's darting through the laser tunnel.
Yeah, the third trial. Yeah.
That was cool. I like anytime that Zenigata's on the screen, he's like one of my favorite characters. Cause he like it's the cat and mouse thing where he wants to catch Lupin, but he kind of doesn't want to catch him.
Yeah, he likes
Mhm.
like the idea of chasing endlessly,
Yeah, the chase.
rather than like that ending at all.
And like just like the funny what do you call it? The character animation moments where like Zenigata's running and his henchmen are following, not henchmen, his Interpol police are following him, and like he stops and they all run into him, but he doesn't move. Just like the funny character moments like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jigen and Lupin, like, I think that's like he's addicted to the chase. It's like what do you call it? It's like when an immovable wall meets an unstoppable force.
That's like a good analogy because Nick
Yeah.
just said he was an immovable wall, so like all those little men ran into him.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
didn't even flinch.
But I would love to see another. Let me ask you all this question.
Yes.
No.
If there was another like movie
Oh, I don't know.
that was going to be that was going to be made, like, let's say there's another anime, right? And this anime comes out and goes, we're gonna make a movie in this style of animation. What would you like to see?
So a different anime? A different anime wants
Yeah.
to make like a 3D all CG one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I would love to see I wouldn't mind seeing a Gundam like anime.
Oh
course
yeah,
you
that'd
would.
be that'd be
good.
sweet. Because the CG looks it makes mech animation easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the planes and all that, and the giant plane, they all looked really sick. Let me think about my answer. Hold on.
Pokemon maybe.
They already did that, dude. We watched it, remember?
I think I would want to see like a Saint Seiya.
They already did that too. It's on
Did they?
Netflix. Yes.
Oh.
What about a Cyborg
Evangelion
009?
4.0 plus 1.0.
Okay,
5.0.
Cyborg, dude, Cyborg 009. I would love to see that.
No, they already did that. It's on Netflix as well.
Wait, in full CG like this?
I think so. I don't know. I just seen.
I
a
know
little
they do
poster.
have a CG one, but that's more like the cell shaded.
You know what they
CG.
should do? They should remake Cowboy Bebop in 3D CG. Let's go.
Ooh.
I think get rid of the CG.
That'd be bad.
Keep it 3D. Maybe get a 50-year-old to play Spike.
Oh yeah, this is a good
That'd be
idea.
great. Yeah.
I
Okay,
can't wait
now
to
we're
see
talking.
this.
It's gonna be dog
You should
shit.
tell this to someone.
Do you remember when we were kids and they were talking about like Keanu Reeves playing Spike, and we were like, "Oh, this could be cool."
Keanu Reeves would be better
That
than
would
John
have
Cho.
been cool.
Fucking
I bet.
Harold
You know
from
what? I
Harold
bet the
and
show
Kumar.
won't be that bad. It'll be okay. How are they going to
Nah.
deal with Ed? That's my question.
They haven't.
We-
They haven't.
We
I don't
we don't
think-
know yet. We don't know
They're
They're
yet.
just not.
Yeah.
They're just not
do
going to
it.
have Ed.
We don't know yet. They haven't.
But how are they going to get
The-
the dog? Oh, no,
They
got the dog
haven't said
first.
anything. They haven't
They
said
have the dog
anything
already.
yet.
Yeah, they have Iron already.
And apparently, I mean, I didn't read the full article, but apparently
3D Monster
the
Musume.
show is canon.
Weird.
Wait, what was
Yeah.
that?
so it's
the show
canon
is
to the
canon.
anime.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
apparently. I don't
Good.
know. Apparently.
Yeah, so they're gonna
I don't
do.
know. I
they're
could be
gonna-
wrong.
They're gonna do different stories. They're not gonna
Yeah,
literally
right.
copy it because like you can't improve on that. So they're gonna be like, oh, meanwhile, or like in between, different episodes. They'll
In
it's the
between,
same
like,
deal
yeah.
as the Cowboy Bebop movie. Like that took
'Cause it's
place
episodic, yeah.
during episode 20 or whatever.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
give them the benefit of the doubt on that. I think they'll try and copy every moment from the TV show as possible. But anyways,
Well, they'll do throwbacks, but yeah. Anyway, I think we can all agree that Monster Musume animated by the studio would be great.
haven't seen Monster Musume.
Oh yeah, Titty and
I wanna
Monster
see
Girls
them
on the it.
jiggles.
Oh, I see. I think I know what type of anime it is. All right, 3D anime. I'm gonna say. Oh, no, hold on.
How about this? What about 3D Berserk? Would that be any good?
No. No, we already went over this.
Man, I don't know. I can't think of any.
Well, you need to watch more anime, dude.
I guess you put me on the spot. Maybe don't ask such hard questions without.
Go to my
properly
anime list and just
prepping.
scroll down the top anime and just pick any of them.
All right,
Death
Gasaraki.
Note.
Gasaraki, because I watched like 4 episodes a week
Alright.
ago. It's very
Dude,
weird.
Gasaraki's actually
I-
sick.
I,
No,
it
it's
sounds
super
familiar, but
dope.
I don't know what that is right now.
It's very weird. I don't understand.
No,
I don't
it's
even know if
it
I
is
like
it is it's kind of a strange show. Yeah, it's like it's all serious. Like there's no fucking. It's like it's all fucking.
Oh
Dry.
my god, I spelled it right.
It's like a
Just
mech
guess.
one, and also
Yeah.
Also, they do a lot of like kabuki dancing.
This is from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, of course it is. Okay.
So that's my choice.
Yeah. I would love to see that.
All right.
I would love
That
to see
was a
that.
great
Jack. Would you
one,
love to see
thank
that? Anyway.
I wonder how Icon
yeah,
would
dude.
look in 3D.
Okay. Moving on. So like, fucking, dude, what do you guys? Final thoughts. What do you guys score it? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
How do you
What
want
are
it
we doing?
scored? Like,
Like 1 or
out of
you know
10,
you could
obviously, or whatever.
out of 10, or you could even say like S tier, A tier, B tier, whatever.
How far do the tiers go down?
Or we can do the Nabisco scale.
The Nabisco sale,
No, the Nabisco's canceled now.
National Biscuit Corporation.
Oh,
We
that's
hate
right.
big, evil capitalist companies.
Is it
know.
Nabisco? Oh, you're right. Yeah, Nabisco.
What?
Nabisco scale. On a
Wait, are they? No, I got them confused with Nestle.
no,
They're
Nestle's
still,
been canceled for a long time, but Nabisco is canceled.
You know what? They're both canceled.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
just
Nabisco finally formed a union contract with the
All right,
employees.
so how many
Okay.
strike-breaking Pinkertons out of 10 would you give?
Let's do
this-
the
Nabisco
Amazon scale.
All right, how many?
So 1 out of 10 is peeing in a bottle, and 10 out of 10
the hell?
is the meditation booth.
Yeah, the computer that says relax. please calm down. Do you want it rated like as a movie or as like a Lupin movie? Because I think it's different.
You just do both or whatever. Yeah, however. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do both. So like, in the Lupin pantheon, where would you put it? Like, more or less.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you've seen more than we have, I
Yeah.
think.
As far as movies and stuff, I mean, it is a really good one. I would say it's probably like, if you're not turned off by like the CG versus the regular animation, then it's probably like a top 5 little Lupin adventure. As a movie, I don't know. It's like a good little family movie, you know?
I agree. It's in my top 5 Lupin movies that I've seen. Because I haven't seen that many of
You're
them.
at number 4 now, so you're gonna have to start
Yeah,
shuffling
it's
it
like
around a little
number
bit.
2 or 3. I think for me, Cagliostro is my favorite, but this one is really entertaining as well. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, as a movie, it's like 6, 7 out of 10. I don't know. There's nothing like totally crazy about it, but it's a good movie. It was enjoyable to watch. If you're a Lupin fan, you'll enjoy it way, way more. But it doesn't like require you to be one to enjoy it, I guess.
You really don't have
Okay.
to know
yeah,
like a lot about Lupin.
that's true for almost
mean-
all of the Lupins. I think you can just jump in at
Oh
any
yeah, there's
point.
no like connective tissue between the stories. You have to know like one's a samurai, one's a sharpshooter, one's a femme fatale, one's a sort of nice thief, and that's it. You don't have to worry about like, well, what happened in the past? Like, what about the other movie? They're not like
No.
related or connected at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Easy to consume. Nick and Danny, what about you guys?
I agree, literally with
Okay.
everything JP said.
Yep. Danny?
Um,
And I would recommend this movie to just general audiences too. On top, I would say,
Yeah.
if you want to watch a fun anime movie, I'd recommend this. This would be one of the first ones I recommend because you can't go wrong with it, really.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna put anyone off. There's no
Yeah.
like, I don't know, anything that would be like, maybe someone who like was like, oh, I don't know about anime. Isn't that kind of weird or something? Like, there's none of like anything like that. I guess I don't know. I guess people. I hope people.
Yeah,
under-
unfortunately, they don't
stand.
have the lollies.
Yeah,
so.
that was censored and cut in this one.
God. Okay, Danny, what about you?
I mean, I definitely would recommend people watching this, as not just because it's a Lupin movie, but also it's kind of like this stepping stone for Japan's development for like that really good CG that like Pixar and Disney develop. So it's definitely like easy on the eyes and everything. Very pleasant to watch. So I've seen like 4 other Lupin movies. Also like Lupin the Third, Green versus Red, which is
That's a weird
definitely
one,
one of my
but it's cool.
favorites. It is a weird one, but I oddly like it.
That's a true fan's opinion.
So, but yeah, this is definitely can be in one of my tops. Movie.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with y'all. I mean, I think very easy to watch, very fun movie. I think it's you know what it is too? It's a very good opener to Lupin.
Definitely, yeah.
So like, yeah, like it'll get you to become a fan of Lupin, and you'll want to watch the other stuff.
It
So,
makes me want to watch the show.
Yeah. You'll go back, or you'll go on Mal, or you go on Wikipedia and be like, oh damn, okay, there's all these. Fuck, let's watch them, dude. Fuck it.
It chose a
So-
good name for it. The First.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
jump
the
up.
first
First
ever
one you should watch. In parentheses, you should
of
watch.
all time. Yeah. Lupin the Third, the First, the movie you should watch.
Yeah.
2. Part 1. Deluxe. The beginning. 5.
One thing, like...
Part 7.
Shut up. This is my podcast. Shut up. I'll mute you.
This
I'll
is
mute
my
you. I'm
podcast. I'll
editing
cry
it.
if I want to.
Yeah. I was gonna say when Danny describes it as like a stepping stone or like a bridge to like a 3D, I don't want to say universe, but like production mode or whatever for Japan, it doesn't look like it's like that's not a negative in comparison with like a Pixar movie or whatever. Like it looks like a Pixar movie or whatever. So if you've been listening and thought like, oh, they say it's kind of a stepping stone or it's like halfway there or whatever, I think it's more in like a general production or like vibe, industry vibe type thing. Because it looks just as good as any sort of 3D one. It's not like it
For
looks
sure.
like, yeah, it's not like it's like PS3 graphics when we're on PS5 or anything. Like,
Right.
Hell yeah. Pretty good. All right, dudes. There you go. Y'all should watch it. Lupin the First. I think it's a great movie. Perfect. Sits at a nice 93 minutes runtime. So,
oh yeah, nice and
Yeah,
straight
not too
to the
long, not
point.
too short.
Yeah. It doesn't dilly-dally at all. It's very fun. It's a Lupin movie. I mean,
The
you're
meme,
gonna
though,
have
is that
fun.
every movie could be a little bit shorter.
That's true.
So anyways,
Except
That's the meme.
I thought that the Snyder cut could have been longer, but that's just me.
Yeah, that and like
Lord of the Rings, give
just
it
make
one
it longer.
more movie. Come on.
Lord of the
yeah,
Rings
more
4.
movie.
Everybody
walk
just
home.
has a bunch of food and drinks.
Dude. Yeah, no, y'all should watch it. I think it's great. I think it's a great movie. You know what, dude? We'll be back next week with our summer review.
Oh.
So, finally. And we'll have another guest for that one. So, I don't want to spoil who it is.
Oh,
But,
I'll spoil for you. It's me again, guys.
no, it's not. But if you do want to hear more Jay Pizzle, a.k.a. Sweet JP, a.k.a.
John,
Sweet
too.
JP.
That's a full name.
John.
Wait, have you seen Redline?
Yes.
Okay,
I actually
good.
watched that like 6 months ago.
Because your name is JP,
Really good.
so you
It
got to do
rules.
that.
Also, I've been dressing like him ever since then, too.
The Pompadour.
Yes.
Nice. Do you have a, do you have a
Pompadour,
hot
very
babe like he does
rockabilly.
too?
No, actually, that's one thing I'm missing. I do
Right.
have a fucked
Still
up
time.
looking alien friend, though, so
Hey, there you go.
That's true. He does.
yeah, I'm halfway.
Dude, if you want to hear more JP, let us know. Let us know after you hear this episode, and we'll bring him back on.
Thank
back
you.
on
I'm
around.
actually in a competition with Drew, who can be on more episodes. Personally, I don't think Drew should be on any episodes. He's a criminal. He belongs locked in a cage. I don't think people should hear his voice. Great guy, one of my best friends. He should be 6 feet deep alive, but in like a Magneto cage where no one can.
Make sure you
interact
don't
with him.
have too much iron in your blood.
That's right. And if you want to talk to him, you'll be given blood samples. And you won't be able to. And you gave up your blood for nothing.
Yeah, Drew sucks, dude. No, dude, if you want to hear more,
That's one of my best friends you're talking about. Maybe a freak and a criminal, but he's my friend.
dude. Yeah, no, thank you, JP,
No problem.
for coming on talking Lupin. We should probably, with Danny and Nick, we should probably watch more Lupin, honestly, and
Go for it.
Okay, let's start with Mamo and Bloody Jigen, whatever those movies are called.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Okay, so there's 3 now.
Jigen's
G-
Blood
or-
Trail, Black
I think
Lagoon.
it's called
spray
like,
of
I
spray
saw
of blood.
that one.
yeah, Goemon's Blood Spray, Jigen's
seen that one.
Gunshot, no, Jigen's Gravestone, and then
Yeah.
Fujiko's Lies or something.
Yeah,
They're
I've
all
seen.
by like the
Fujiko's
same
Day
animation.
Off. She gets in a parade. She drives around a car. Goes to a
It's very
museum.
relaxing.
She jumps through some people's yards. It's fun.
She pretends to be sick using a synthesizer. It's very impressive.
What
What is
would
y'all
she sound
talking
like?
about?
What would she sound like with a synthesizer?
Let me try and work up in my mind what it could be. Hold on 1 second.
What is y'all even talking about right now?
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Bueller.
Not crazy.
The Fujiko movie is called The Woman Called Fujiko Mine.
I think that was the series.
That's what.
No, that's a
That's a
series
series.
by the lady who did Yuri on Ice, I think.
Oh.
Right, but the same team also did
It's the same team that also
Jigen's
did Jigen's
Gravestone
Gravestone. Yeah.
and Goemon Spray of Blood. Yeah.
yeah.
And actually, those come in the box too.
I thought JP was going to
Hey,
do the
hold on
voice
1
modulator.
second. I'm trying to find it. Trying to find a good one.
I was trying
know,
to set you up.
I wasn't prepared.
I'll just see you.
Shinichiro Watanabe and Sayo Yamamoto. There we go. She's the one who was she was the director of the Fujiko.
Okay,
Mine.
so
Dude, you get to see her.
Oh,
her
that's another
breasts.
little Easter egg for the fans. If you look hard, you can see her breasts in that TV show.
Oh, trust me. I've looked.
All right. Oh God.
How are you feeling, Fujiko?
I'm sorry. I feel so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I've got phlegm in my throat. Oh dear.
Okay, JP, change that to something. Change that to something wacky, and then say after I say this has been Sam, Nick, and JP. Take us out of here by saying.
Oh wow. Okay.
And we're the animes. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. Shut up for hold on a second. I'm thinking of 5 things at once. Just say we've been the Anime Summit podcast. Okay, ready?
Okay, well, will you say that it's also Danny?
Yeah, I will. I forgot the first time explaining. Okay, shut
All
up.
right.
No, Sam always says, "I've been Nick, Sam, and Danny."
No, I started changing that like a month ago. Shut up. Okay, so everyone shut up.
Sam is
I've
infinite.
been
Sam
Sam.
is all.
I've been Sam. Okay, I've been Sam and JP, and this has been the Anime Summit podcast. Go ahead.
You stole what I was gonna say. I was supposed
I'm
to
not
say
naming the
it's
other two.
been the Anime Summit podcast.
Okay, well, you know what?
Okay. This has been the Anime Summit podcast.
No, do
Wait,
it.
I thought you were gonna do it in the
with
voice
a funny
thing.
voice.
Okay.
The warble voice.
This has
This
been.
is so dumb.
This has been. 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 Look at the flame. This has been the Anime Summit podcast. This has been the Anime Summit podcast. Folks, you've been listening to the Anime Summit podcast. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. And Sam's gonna edit all of this out. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you,
That was
everybody.
good.
I'm stopping.
Okay, I'll press stop now to you. Bye bye. 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 Press